Okay, so what I'm going to do today is, what are the capital majority of you people trade? So what are the capital majority of you are going to trade? Usually, on average, just let me know. 10K is to 25K. Okay, okay, let's assume 25K. Or if you want 10K, okay, fine, let's go with 10K. So first of all, I just need to set for myself or fix for myself what are the maximum risk I'm going to take in any single position. Okay, in any single position, what's the maximum risk that I'm going to take? So 10K means 2% of 10K is nothing else but 200 rupee. So that means if I'm trading 10K capital, I should not be risking more than 200 rupees in any particular trade. Okay, so we'll go with that. So I'll just show you some trades with that agenda. So we'll wait for a closing. So we won't kind of be interested in. Okay. So we have a closing above the level. So we actually have a closing at 572. Okay. So we have a closing at 572. So and I have one account I could show you. So this is a 5 years account. So let's take Icici Bank. Okay. And so we see that, okay, the candle gave a closing above this. And if one needs to go for a long, so one needs to set their stop loss at how much? So we see that the recent swing low, like it kind of looks like a level is where we see 567. Okay. So one needs to go for a buy. They could place a buy order at 572, keeping the stop loss at 567. That means their risk, okay, that their risk that they're going to take is going to be 572 minus 567. That is 3 plus 2. That is 5 rupee. Okay. So 5 rupees means, may I quickly ask you, 200 rupees is the maximum risk that you can take in a trade. So if 200 rupees is the maximum risk that you can take in any particular trade, then my question to you is that at max, how many quantities should you be buying when your stop loss is 5? It is nothing else but 200 divided by 5, which is 40 quantities. Okay, so let's keep that as a max, and let's kind of follow that rule and let's move ahead. And friend, like, let me just tell you. So if this level is getting broken, the next nearby level after 572, the next nearby level actually looks like 575. Okay, but just above that we have 577. Okay, so 577, 575 to 577 looks like the next resistance zone that could actually play in. Okay, so I'm also parallelly having a look at Bank Nifty, so how Bank Nifty is responding, and if it is managing to break the day's high, a further strong upside move can be observed. So let's go ahead and push our trades. So with an entry at 572, stop loss at 566. I'll show it to you on a 5 years account. Where is it? If you are capable of entering at a lower price, better for us. Okay. So you should be selecting. Okay, I assume you have watched the order types videos. This is just a demo. Like, I personally am not taking any positions on equities today. So I have some positions on options. Okay. So let's actually have a look at this. Okay. So 571.5 is the current trading price. Let's go for a trade, create new order. I'm thinking about punching a buy order, considering the fact that it managed to pierce above the 570 levels. So I'm checking out for an entry. So currently the price is at 571.25. Okay, 571.25. Uh, I'll do that as well. Don't worry. Today itself I'll do. So talking about the banks, currently like Bank Nifty is kind of facing some rejection from the top. So let's wait. Let's not just jump and go for a trade. Okay. Okay. So let's wait. So yeah, it's kind of coming back to 569.85. So now HDFC Bank is dropping, and that is a specific reason why HDFC Bank dropping in value is actually the specific reason why the Bank Nifty is finding it tough to pierce the highs, base highs. IndusInd Bank is looking at the top. Kotak Mahindra Bank is fine. SBI is fine. Only HDFC Bank is the one who is dragging Nifty down, Bank Nifty down. Okay, now let me just quickly ask you one more question. So, what if somebody actually goes for a buy over here? What if someone actually goes for a buy right now? That is someone who actually goes for a buy somewhere at 569.75. So what would be the risk that they're going to take? So their stop loss is going to be something like a 3 rupee. So how many quantities can they buy? So if everything else is remaining the same, my question is like how many quantities will they be capable of buying? See, we are not entering right now, but because we are waiting for a confirmation based on Bank Nifty. We just want Bank Nifty also to break the base high when we are going for a long. So now the answer is obvious. If someone is going to go for a buy now, then they should actually, so their risk is going to be around 3 rupees. So, 200 divided by 3. So that is almost 66 rupee. So 66 rupee is going to be the quantity that one could buy. Okay. So HDFC Bank is dropping, that is dragging down Bank Nifty. And because of the very same reason, almost all the other banks are also facing some sort of a hiccup to pick up further. So we'll wait, guys. Like there is no urge or there is no hurry for these ones when it comes to trading. Just a second. Hello, sir. Hello. Yeah, hi, sir. Have you done the position? Oh, okay, okay. Which strike, sir? Which strike did you select today? So 31,500. Okay, 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 fine. I'm just so I was just going to do a position at 10 today. What I'll do at 10. Just got a bit late because of the climate here. Okay. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I'll just check. Sure, sure, sure. Okay, sir. I'll just update you what happens. Yeah. Uh so sir, like I exactly don't know how much he's charging, but I think max to max he'll charge maybe some 5,000 or 10,000. Not sure how much he'll charge. Uh, he'll just so like we'll get it for like we'll get the software. We can use it. We get the source code. Yeah, yeah. He'll give the source code, so we can use it forever. Yeah. No, no. He'll give the AFL. He's having the AFL ones. Okay, okay, that also he'll be having. So I'll just ask him to connect with you now only. Just ask him to. Sure. Okay, sir, sure. Hmm? Okay. 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 Yeah, he can do that. He will be able to do that. So that I don't know like how much he'll charge, but he is reasonable. He's very reasonable as compared to others. Charges and all, he's that's why like we take his help. So I'll just ask him to connect with you now only. He'll just show you. Okay, sir, sure. Is he the oldest member? No, he is IT Jagan, man. Do you know there is a guy called IT Jagan? Do you know PR Sundar? Do you know PR Sundar? You must be knowing PR Sundar, right? Okay. So there was this friend of PR Sundar named Jagan. Have you heard about him? IT Jagan, Capital Song. He's the one who called. So like we work on some systems together. We work on some strategies and systems together. He's the one who called. Okay. So he has initiated a short straddle at 31,500. So we were working on some automations. Guys, like all the banking sector stocks, HDFC is dragging down, falling down. Okay, this is not my only screen. So I have some other screens also where I'm watching things parallelly. HDFC is taking or dragging Bank Nifty down. I'll just quickly show you to you on the screen also. HDFC. So that's why we say that just wait for a confirmation, then only see HDFC is the one who's lagging Bank Nifty. So almost all the other things are kind of looking, I'm not telling you good, but stable. IndusInd is reaching the day's high. SBI is kind of staying same. So Bank Nifty is dropping because of HDFC at this point. And Nifty is also dropping. So Nifty is is going to fill in the gap. Okay. So one more thing is there. So I have short positions on Nifty. But today, like I wanted to see for you, like as far as it's concerned, I just want you to show like equities. Okay. So I have short positions on Nifty. Why? Because majority of the times when the market kind of actually breaks the day's low, so you actually expect, performs a gap up opening. And as I mentioned to you, the bias is actually bearish. So if this is actually breaking, you expect the gap to actually get filled. If you expect the gap to actually get filled. Uh, See, right now we are checking out for stocks with a upside bias. Okay. Now, yesterday we were having a look at some stock with a downside bias also. Let's have it on the screen now. And that was actually none other than so Dr. Reddy's is also approaching our level. Then there was one more stock that we were having a look at the bearish bias. Can someone tell me which was that particular stock? Could someone tell me which was that? I was also talking about a stock that one could actually check out with the bearish bias, and that was Muthoot Finance. But Muthoot Finance doesn't look good. Just wait, just wait. Okay, let's not take a decision pretty fast. So Dr. Reddy's is kind of uh, approaching. So okay, in the case of Dr. Reddy's, maybe if one goes for a buy, okay, if one is kind of actually checking out for a buy, their stop loss would be somewhere over here. That is 5114. Okay, that means like if you go for a buy, your risk itself is around how much? Your risk itself is around some 30 rupees, right? 20 rupees. That means you can at max purchase how many quantities? How many quantities will you be able to buy? 10 quantities. Okay. Yeah, so I kind of actually just limit my universe to the stocks that I have just analyzed the previous day. Okay. Uh, so actually, like I told you, like I don't want to give you any commentary, like buy this, buy that. So right now we're discussing equity, so let's stick with that. Not getting into options. Okay. So when it kind of comes to options, there's a lot more. So seems like Dr. Reddy's is facing a rejection. So today most probably we are going to face a hard time spotting opportunities. Okay, today we'll kind of actually be facing some sort of a hard time checking out for opportunities, like spot catching opportunities, not sporting but catching. Markets doesn't have a direction. Markets really doesn't have a direction right now. So ICICI is dropping. So almost every Adani ports. So let's wait. Let's actually wait. So talking about Nifty 50. See, I don't want any one of you to trade, but you see this gap, right? You kind of actually see this gap. So majority of the times we see that whenever there is a gap of opening happening, especially in this pandemic times, okay, most of the gaps are being sold into. So most of the gaps being sold into means the price fills in the gap. Okay. So let's wait. See, we'll get the best opportunity, guys. Okay, we'll get the best opportunity, and we just need to wait for it. So almost every banking sector stock will give a good opportunity. So no need to be. Now, see, one bias that I develop right now is if ICICI is capable of breaking below this level, that could be a good short opportunity keeping a stop over here. Why? Because if it manages to pierce below this, we could actually expect the price to find the support at the next level, which lies somewhere at 557, right? What do you feel about it? If ICICI Bank is kind of capable of making a bearish closing below this, so this could kind of actually give us an opportunity to go for a short, expecting the price to head towards the next level, which lies somewhere over here. Okay, so you can check out for that also. So at first we were checking out for a upside. Now we're kind of actually checking out for a downside. Why? Because market seems to have a kind of change the direction inside out. Okay. Yeah, might fill the gap and our risk reward ratios will be favored. So our risk, just a second guys, just give me a second. Hi Kushal. Okay, guys, yeah, our opportunity is kind of coming. And as I mentioned to you, so we're going to limit our risk. Majority of your trading 10K. So we're kind of actually going to limit, you're going to limit your risk to 200 per trade, right? That means someone who goes for a short over here. So a good stop loss would be, I personally feel like you could consider keeping a stop loss somewhere at 573 point. Okay, 573.5, 573 point, yeah, 573.5 would do. Okay, that means the difference from your entry and exit is going to be the risk, and 200 divided by the risk amount should be the maximum quantity you should be purchasing in this particular trade. Okay. So now let's see what happens. So HDFC Bank has filled in the gap. Axis Bank is breaking the day's high. Axis Bank is about to break the day's high. So I'll just show you that also. Axis Bank is looking strong. Okay. Axis Bank is actually looking strong. Whereas in the case of Axis, if this level is getting broken, the next probable level will be somewhere over here, 668. Okay. So let's see if something can be caught over here also. Let's actually check out if something can actually be checked out here also. But today market is not giving any sense of a direction. Okay, market is not giving any sense of a direction. It is looking pretty, what do you say? It's kind of actually looking pretty uh, non-directional day. So it is facing a rejection from the day side. I guess the first opportunity we're going to get is going to be on ICICI Bank for a short. Okay. So yeah, one could actually initiate a short now. So we have got enough bearish confirmations right now, and one could kind of actually, okay. So if someone is actually going to go for a short on ICICI, okay, yeah. So that could be the start of a good. So HDFC is looking like still bearish. Okay. So someone who goes for a short somewhere at 168.2. So if someone is going for a short somewhere at 168.2, so her stop loss would be at 573. Okay. So that is your risk amount is 3 plus 2, 5 rupee. Okay. Your risk amount would be something like a 5 rupee. Okay. If one is going to go for a short, and that means the maximum quantity you could be buying is nothing else but 40. Okay. So I'll just show you. So I have actually placed an order in the case of fires. Okay, I have placed an order in fires based on the same logic. Kept a sell order at 568.2 with a stop loss at 573. And the logic is pretty simple. Okay, the reason I'm showing it to you on fires is this account I have kept aside for algo trading on a small capital. So I don't want to interact, like I personally trade on Motilal. So I have positions in Motilal. So I don't want to mix this and that. Okay. Now, talking about target, if the price is dropping down, so I expect the price to actually move towards the next level. So next significant looks like 557, and my risk reward ratio of like 1 is to 1.5 would be favored. But right now, unfortunately, I have not got an entry. Price skipping without taking us in. Our sell has been kept at 568.2. So we have not got an entry based on the order that we have placed. Okay, but I'm kind of actually a bit adamant that I want to get an entry at 568.2 because it's just 40 quantities that we are trading over here at 568 right now. Let's see if we are getting a fill. Not yet. So it came to 568, but and talking about Axis Bank could be a stock. Yeah, so we have got an entry. So we have got a sell position at ICICI at 568.2. Okay, let's see if the price can pierce. And in this particular trade, we actually took out a position before the price managing to close beneath. Okay, we kind of actually took having a check upon uh, the Bank Nifty being dragged down as well as HDFC giving a bearish bias. Okay, so that was our first position. That is the first position we have initiated. So someone, okay, they go for a sell at average of 568.2. So they will be facing a loss of 8 rupees right now. And the next position that we'll kind of be eagerly checking out would be on ICICI Bank. So talking about ICICI Bank, ICICI Bank, sorry, Axis Bank. So Axis Bank at this point of time is looking like uh, the strongest banking sector stock. Okay, looks like the strongest banking sector stock, even though everything else is kind of actually being dragged down. Axis is actually showing some momentum to pick or soar towards the upside. Okay, Axis is the one. Confusing. Axis is the one that is actually showing some strength at this point of time. Axis is the only one that is showing some strength. Okay, and over there also, whatever position we take, we will ensure that the maximum risk that we are taking in the trade is going to be how much? What is the maximum risk we'll be taking? Come on, guys, please. Yeah, maximum risk is actually going to be 2%. See, 2%. Someone who is starting off, I won't ask you to take 2%. It is fine if you take only a 1% risk. So you can see. I personally take a risk of only 0.5% of my capital. Okay. See, target. I have already marked the levels. Akshay, I have mentioned it again and again. Please look at the screen. This level is getting broken. We expect the price to move towards the next significant level. Okay. So same thing with Axis Bank. If it is breaking the day side, we are expecting the price to move towards the next significant level. Okay. Uh, so one thing to be kept in your mind is I personally take a risk of only 0.5% in a trade. Okay, so 0.5% of my capital is what I risk in a trade, not more than that. So someone who is beginning with, so I would suggest at max you risk 1% of your capital. No need to risk 2% also. At max you risk 1% of your capital. Then once you get comfortable, then you think about increasing your risk. Okay, so till then, please risk only 1% of your capital and not more than that. That is what I would kind of actually recommend you with. Okay, so that is a good practice. So why? Because you can keep aside your emotions. You could actually keep aside your emotions completely. Okay. Okay, you could keep aside your emotions completely. You could trade peacefully. Okay, shall we put bracket order and keep? I don't think bracket order is which all brokers. I personally use limit orders. Okay, for my personal trades. Right now, I have done a cover order, only 40 quantities there. Okay, and nothing. There is no scope of any partial profit booking or something. I didn't want to do that. So whenever we trade, yeah, it's up to you. But I don't know which all brokers allow bracket orders now. So Motilla doesn't have that feature only. Okay, so I personally go with limit orders for entry and exit, separate stop loss market orders for stop loss. Okay, then I keep modifying it. So I personally trade to the terminal, to personally trade through something called as Motilla Oswald terminal. Okay, it is called Orion Light. What are the positions I have? Okay, currently the positions I have is I have sold options on 14,700. 14,700 call options I have sold. I have sold 14,900 call options, 15,100 call options from last week. So plus, so every position I have is kind of set as a bear call spread. So those are the positions that I have. So as I mentioned you, the next opportunity that we personally would actually be looking into would be one where we can actually check out for a long when Axis Bank is actually breaking above the day's high. Okay, so once the Axis Bank actually breaks above the day's high, that would be the next opportunity that we can actually check out for. If it doesn't happen, no, we won't check out for. If it happens, we'll check out for. Okay. So now, see, ICICI is finding a difficulty to break below that level. But anyways, we are already short. Fine. Looks like it's finding a support over there. HDFC is still falling down. Bank Nifty is also kind of being dragged down. Now, mm, IndusInd is also approaching. IndusInd is also looking strong. But HDFC is the one. HDFC is the only bank that is actually being dragged down at this point of time. Okay, HDFC is the only bank that is actually being dragged down at this point of time. What is your stop loss? See, guys, I don't know if you're listening or not. See, this is our entry. Our entry was at, what is the price? 568.2 with our stop loss kept at 573. Okay, so this is a directional trade. So the reason this was kept as our stop loss is because the price manages to pick up above this level, we understand our view goes wrong. So there is no point in holding on to that trade. Okay. Now the other opportunity I'm checking out for us, since access is kind of looking somewhat strong, if this level is getting broken, I expect the price to move towards the next level, which lies somewhere over here. Okay. So here, like I have not used anything complicated. This kind of, can we sell BF at 15,500? So we are talking equities now. Let's focus purely on equities. Okay. So I don't want to mix anything, and I personally have no positions on equities in my account. Okay. So all I have is on index, and my bias is actually on the bearish side itself. Okay. Positions I have done for the week are on the bearish bias, are with the bearish bias. HDFC is dropping. HDFC is dropping. VIX is slightly rising. See, VIX is a measure of fear, friends. VIX is a measure of fear. So when market is falling, VIX is rising. That is a good thing, because when market is falling and VIX is rising means people are getting more scared. So means that yeah, that movement can actually sustain for some more period. So that is what I personally interpret at least. Okay. So see, HDFC is the major constituent. HDFC is the major constituent of Nifty. Okay, HDFC, Reliance, all these big boys. Okay, right. ಇಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿ ಅಂತ. Okay. Okay. See, I have one position in equity that is not an intraday, that is swing. Sumi Chemical. So I was just checking it. Oh my god. So this position, like we took a swing on Sumi Chemical almost now 3 weeks back. Okay. So we took a position on Sumi Chemical 3 weeks back, almost 3 weeks back now. So we took an entry at 287. Okay. So we had taken an entry at 287, and the target that we are actually expecting is 320. Okay, so right now it is heading at 285. It came up to almost 302, 305. Then, so first we thought, okay, let's kind of cut some partially, do some sort of a partial profit booking. Okay. Uh, then after that, so first we thought, okay, we'll kind of cut some position partially, and then we'll kind of uh, book the rest. Then, like, it was actually Swapnil's pick. So Swapnil was the one who is analyzing. So Swapnil is one of our community member itself. Okay, he's with me for last 2.5 years now. So it was his pick, it was his analysis, and what do you say? So so yeah, so then we kind of held on, and then all these bad things happened. Right, rising corona, second wave, third wave, fourth wave. Still, we are stuck in that position. Uh, Guju guy, I don't know about. I think he's from Kolkata. Okay, he's from Kolkata. If I'm not wrong, he's from Kolkata. My God, it's such a slow market. I guess our Jagan sir has actually capitalized a lot today. 31,500 he is sold. Market is kind of sticking with 31,500. See, I'm pretty sure you guys would have seen always 10 or after 10 it is always a slow market. See, guys, like whatever has been happening last 1 year, uh, we can't actually kind of consider that to be a standard case. Okay. So last 1 year is pretty strange. Every day is different. Okay, what is VIX and how to read VIX chart? Sure, we'll come into that all those aspects later. So for now, like see what we have discussed is pure levels. Okay. So pure levels, pure breakouts, pure risk reward ratios, pure risk definition with the by limiting our risk per trade to be the same. Each trade same risk. Okay. So now market has slowed down. So seems like access is dropping. Okay. ICICI is not moving. VIX is staying almost the same. Which broker will you use for crypto? So let me keep my mouth shut. Okay. Because I'm a newbie in crypto. So let me keep my mouth shut. That'll be better. And it's legalities and all, you know. So I'm in my process of getting SEBI registration. So some guy will say this guy is promoting crypto, everything will be good. Okay. Your views on Nifty in coming future. Okay. See, the data is looking bearish. It's not a view, but the data is looking bearish. That is the truth. Okay. So the F&O data was kind of actually looking bearish yesterday. So my bias is on the bearish side. That is why I have initiated positions on the short side. Now, what all news, all those things comes in, like we can't really predict that, or we can't make any comment on that. So it's better that we kind of actually downsize, we reduce our position size, we just trade in lesser size, just kind of hoping for the best. And the data is bearish, that I could tell you. So right now market has slowed down. It is kind of very slow market. So still at 567. So talking about the other banks also, like almost everything is kind of looks like a dead market. Okay, looks like a dead market right now. So you'll kind of have to wait for a while maybe. So are you guys getting bored? Are you guys getting bored? Okay, see guys, like I personally limit myself. I kind of actually limit myself to just a set of trades where I'm getting very comfortable with. Okay, market is slow. That time you can help us to how to pick a stock. See, Sampa, like honestly speaking, there is no single way to pick a stock. Okay, if there was a way how to cherry pick a stock, then what do you say? Then everybody would be doing the same thing, right? Everybody would be trading the same stock. Just think about it. So it's about the studies that you do on the stock. Okay. If there was a single way or single methodology to pick out a stock to trade, then every single person would be trading the very same stock, right? So best thing to do is you kind of analyze the charts, figure out for yourself, okay, where you feel there are some reasonable risk reward ratios can be captured. Go ahead and initiate a trade. Kind of actually develop a kind of what sort of a sentiment could be there. Just kind of have a look at the charts and figure out for yourself. So honestly speaking, there is no methodology to pick a stock as such. Auto sector, yeah. So let me just quickly have a look at Tata Motors. So it seems like once again a lockdown in Mumbai. And today, like our trade actually went favorable. So even though we kind of actually had some sort of a pretty slow market during the initial time, so we kind of actually got some sort of a really good bearish moves towards the end. Okay. So however, so as far as we are personally concerned, so this in this particular position, we were trading with 40 quantity and we had actually taken a risk of 200 rupee because our stop loss was 5. We were had to keep a stop loss at 5 when we went for a short. Okay, and we actually realized that our 2 hour was actually realized. Our 2 hour, that is 10 rupee target, that is a 1:2, was actually realized once the price reached 558.2. Okay, so that kind of actually like we were capable of capturing that today gratefully. So so something that we learned today is that yeah, we had to stay patient in the markets. Okay, so we had to get a sense of understanding of what probably is going to be the direction, and we need to actually stick with it. So just remove the mask; it is becoming too loose. Okay, so and we need to stick with it. We need to stick with our position, and we actually, even if it takes some time, we should stay with it. So I have also mentioned to you like how we were trailing it. So I was also updating you. So I have got an opportunity to update to you like how we were trailing our positions with every subsequent move. So at first we decided to trail our stop only once the price had given a move equivalent to the risk that we have taken. Okay. So yes, that is what I just wanted to convey. So I just wanted to conclude the session. So thank you all. So thank you for attending the live trade.